Jersey. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Chicago Bears and the New York Giants. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here, so it's a touchback, and bring it out to the 25. Now a first down throw. Fields, left side, got Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
It may say that he's a rookie in the program, but Velus Jones brings a ton of experience to the field. Had a 6-year college career as an all-conference return man and receiver with both USC and the University of Tennessee. A third-round pick. He should get looks at both spots in his first season in the NFL. Nice first down there.
On first down, Fields. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They'll go to Barkley again. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Giants.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now Fields. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw there hauled in by Claypool. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there, a first down. Now it's Fields. He's going to go up top for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, the gap man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Fields now to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here we go on 4th down, Fields. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Giants are going to get the football back. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 8 coming up. They'll run it again with Barkley. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Jones. That's going to be caught along the sideline. And what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. A first down carry for Barkley. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now a give running left with Montgomery. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys that we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. 13-0 is the score after 1. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. They snap it to Fields. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Throwing Jones. This pass complete to Melton. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Jones to throw on 3rd down. Got a man, Slayton. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper. Out of the gun, Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On first down, it's Fields. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
To throw again on second down, Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Chase Claypool, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to cut into that deficit. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked to his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also...
And the defense loses him. It's complete. A big play there just before halftime. 68 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Now this a very short kick. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Touchdown, Chicago! Equanimous St. Brown. as the first half is winding down. And the Bears are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Try to run it in with Montgomery.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. The throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one taken just inside the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the... Oh, he sheds himself free. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 151 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Again, it's Barkley. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Brings up 2nd and 9. A handoff, Barkley running left. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. On 4th down, Jones. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Bears are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Fields. Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Fields. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is caught. Touchdown! Velus Jones, 45 yards. And the Bears take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Matt Eberflus is going to keep his offense on the field. They're going for 2. Trying to run it in with Montgomery. And he'll get in as they're back within a score now. The lead's down to 7. And that almost makes it a brand-new ballgame. Now it's a one-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the two-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their two-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Off the play fake. Jones. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields. A 23-yard run. And the Bears take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked into the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Jones is going to put it in the hands of Barkley on the option. And this will be a Giants first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line. Now Jones on 1st and 10. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
He'd been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Up the middle with Barkley. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got room past the 30. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big play that time on the catch and run. 37 yards.
With that down and distance, no real surprise they decided to throw the ball. But I think where the surprise kicked in, the result. Short pass downfield. That ball got taken for a nice journey to turn into a big play.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one. On the final act. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's a sneak with Jones. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown. Daniel Jones, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Fielded right around the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. He was brought down there by Julian Love.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd and 5 now. Fields. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. He completes it to Jones. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. But to me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw. Fields. Flushed out right. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. They'll set up a throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Fields going to keep it once more. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 14. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards, good for a giant first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Jones. That ball caught by Slayton. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at the line. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
To throw is Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears will get the football back. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And he stopped immediately there. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he's got his man out of the slot, complete. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Back to throw, Fields. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
2nd and 10. Jones. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Let's go now.
Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good.